Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Abdul Sawal. I want to presentation about the entry of Islam into the archipelago. The entry of Islam in Indonesia has many theories because no one knows for sure when Islam began to enter the archipelago. For that, here we provide some explanation of the theories of the entry of Islam into the archipelago. 1. Indian or Gujarat theory. This theory was coined by Dravids and developed by Snow Hargrove and friends. Besides, the Indian theory or Gujarat theory is also believed by Indonesian historian Sucipto Wirjo Suprapto, who believed the beginning of the history of the entry of Islam in Indonesia is through India or Gujarat. The Indian theory or Gujarat theory is a theory that states that Islam entered Indonesia through trade from Muslim India or Gujarat who trade in the archipelago in the 13th century. The merchant from Gujarat who came from Malacca then established relation with people in the western region of Indonesia, and after that an Islamic kingdom named Samudra Kingdom was formed. Many evidence corroborate this Gujarat theory, one of which is the tomb of Malik as-Saleh, who was one of the founders of the Samudra Kingdom. The pattern of Malik as-Saleh tombstones is very similar to the tombstone in Gujarat. Even the tomb of one of the Wali Songo, Maulana Malik Ibrahim, also has a typical Gujarat tombstone in like Malik as-Saleh tomb. 2. Arab or Mecca theory. The next there is the Arab or Mecca theory, which is an Islamic theory that states that Islam entered Indonesia directly from Arabia during the Caliphate. This theory is supported by founder to Buya Hamka or Abdul Malik Karim Amullah in his book entitled The History of Muslim, published in 1997. Buya Hamka explains the evidence of the entry of Islam in Indonesia. The evidence referred to by Buya Hamka is in the form of source from ancient Chinese manuscript, which mentioned that a group of Arabs settled on the west coast of Sumatra Island in 625 Masehi. In addition, in the area which at that time was the dominion of the Sriwijaya Kingdom, a tomb was also found bearing the name of Sheikh Ruhunuddin, who died in 672 Masehi. This theory is also supported by T.W. Arnold, who states that at the time the Arabs were the dominant nation in trade in the archipelago. Then they married indigenous people and preached in the archipelago. And 3. Persian or Iranian theory. The theory that states that the origin of the history of the entry of Islam into Indonesia from the Persian states, or which is now called the state of Iran, is a theory supported by Hussein Jayadiningrat and Umar Amir Hussein. Jayadiningrat argues that this Persian theory is in line with the origin of the entry of Islam into Indonesia. This is because, according to Jayadiningrat, Islamic culture in the archipelago has many similarities with Islamic culture in Persia. One example of Islamic culture in the archipelago that is similar to Islamic culture in Persia is the calligraphy On tombstones in the archipelago, there are also some religious rituals such as tabut in Bengkulu and tabut in West Sumatra that are almost exactly the same as the religious ritual in Persia held every 10th of the month of Muharram. However, as we know, the Islamic sect in Persia is the Shia Islamic sect, while the Islamic sect that developed in Indonesia is the Sunni sect. So this Persian theory is considered less relevant to the existing fact. Four, Chinese theory. Chinese theory is a theory that states that the origin of the history of the entry of Islam into Indonesia comes from China. Islam itself developed in China during the Tang Dynasty. Islam entered China itself brought by a Muslim commander named Sa'ad bin Waqqas, who came from Medina during the Caliphate of Uthman bin Affan. Even one of the cities in China at that time, namely the city of Canton, was once that center of Muslim da'wah in China. In the book Islam in China, written by Jean A. Burley, states that the relationship between Muslims from Arabia and people in China occurred in 713. The entry of Islam into the archipelago is also believed to coincide with the money migration of Chinese Muslims to Southeast Asia, especially the archipelago, most of whom entered the southern Sumatra region in 879 Masehi or the 9th century Masehi. Another proof of this Chinese theory is the number of preachers who came from Chinese descent, who had a great influence during the Demak Kingdom. As we know, the Demak Kingdom was the first Islamic kingdom on the island of Java. The history book written by Nana Supriyatna states that the Demak Sultan was founded by Raden Patah, who was the son of the Islamic Majapahit. Many believe that Islam entered Indonesia in 700 Masehi or in the 7th century. This is because ancient Chinese record explain that at time there were Arab villages or Arab settlements of the west coast of Sumatra Island to the vicinity of the Straits of Malacca. Broadly speaking, Islam entered Indonesia through several routes, compiled from the book Dirasah Islamiyah Agus Indra Kurniawan. Here are 6 paths of Islam entering Indonesia. 1. Trade. Is the busy traffic at that time is Muslim traders take part in the trade in Asia. The factor that caused Indonesia to be recognized by other nations are as follows. A. Strategic geographical location. B. Fertile soil that produces species. And C. Indonesian people are known to be friendly. And 2. Marriage. The marriage route is more profitable and accelerate the spread of Islam because it will be followed by the community or its followers. And 3. Education. The learning model is carried out in a simple way, namely halakoh, which is the forerunner of pesantren education. This education system is characterized by santri or student staying in dormitories guided by religious teacher, kiai or ulama. 4. Cultural arts. The most famous channel for the spread of Islam through the art is the puppet show. 5. Sufism. Sufism is a teaching or way they recognize and get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so as to gain a direct relationship consequently with Him. People who specialize in Sufism are called Sufis. 6. Politics. In some part of Indonesia, most of the people converted to Islam after the ruler or king embraced Islam first. The victory of an Islamic kingdom politically extracted the population of the conqueror kingdom to convert to Islam. Thus is the explanation of the six paths of Islam entry into Indonesia. The entry and development of Islam in Indonesia was marked by the establishment of Islamic kingdoms scattered throughout the archipelago. Maybe it's all for me. I'm sorry for making many mistakes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.